Have you ever wondered why some people advocate for less government intervention in the economy? Well, they're most likely proponents of economic conservatism, a philosophy that centers on free market capitalism. This ideology believes in the power of the market to regulate itself, minimizing the need for government interference. It's a world where low taxation is the norm and public spending on social programs is kept at bay. In this economic landscape, businesses and individuals are allowed to operate with minimal constraints, giving them the freedom to innovate, compete, and grow. It's an environment that encourages self-reliance and rewards hard work. Economic conservatism, with its focus on low taxation and limited government intervention, is not just about economizing. It's about creating a vibrant, dynamic economy where resources are allocated efficiently, growth is stimulated, and individuals have the liberty to make their own economic choices. Now that we have a basic understanding of what economic conservatism is, let's delve into its key advantages. The first benefit often associated with economic conservatism is economic growth. Now, how does this work? Well, it's all about the free market capitalism, which is considered the most efficient way to distribute resources. Think of it as a giant, bustling marketplace, where countless transactions are happening every second. Each transaction, each decision to buy or sell, is a tiny engine driving economic growth. Now, let's bring lower taxes and less government spending into the mix. These factors can stimulate private sector investment and innovation. When businesses and individuals get to keep more of their earnings, they're more likely to invest in new projects, explore new ideas, and push the boundaries of what's possible. This cycle of investment and innovation can fuel economic growth, creating a more prosperous society for everyone. So, economic conservatism, with its emphasis on free market capitalism, low taxation, and limited government spending, can potentially lead to a more robust and dynamic economy. The second advantage of economic conservatism lies in promoting individual freedom and responsibility. This philosophy is rooted in the belief that each person is the best judge of their own interests and needs. It argues that individuals should have the liberty to make their own economic decisions, whether it's about what job to take, how much to save, or where to invest. And with this freedom comes accountability. The choices we make, good or bad, shape our lives, and we bear the consequences of those decisions. This belief in personal liberty and responsibility extends to the business world as well. Companies are free to decide what to produce, how to produce it, and at what price to sell their products or services. They're also held responsible for their actions, whether it's delivering on their promises to customers or dealing with the fallout from poor business decisions. In other words, economic conservatism values individual autonomy and accountability. Thirdly, economic conservatism is praised for its efficiency in resource allocation. Here's a simplified explanation. Imagine a bustling marketplace where transactions are happening left, right, and center. This is a representation of the free market. It's a dynamic, living entity where prices are determined by the interplay of supply and demand. Now, why is this market so important? It's because it's seen as the most effective mechanism to decide what goods and services should be produced, how they should be produced, and who should receive them. In this environment, businesses are driven to produce what consumers want at the most affordable prices. This is because if they don't, they risk being outcompeted by others who do. So the free market, guided by the invisible hand of supply and demand, ensures resources are allocated efficiently. It's a self-regulating, self-adjusting system that continually strives for equilibrium. Therefore, economic conservatism may lead to a more efficient and responsive economy. The fourth advantage of economic conservatism is the potential for reduced government debt. This philosophy advocates for lower public spending, which can help to decrease government debt and deficits. Here's how it works. When government spending is trimmed down, less money is borrowed, and consequently, the national debt decreases over time. This is seen as healthier for the economy in the long term. Why, you may ask? Well, high debt levels can lead to higher interest rates and inflation, which can slow down economic growth. Furthermore, high government debt often means future generations will bear the burden of paying it off. By keeping debt levels in check, economic conservatism aims to ensure the economic stability of the country for the future generations. It promotes fiscal responsibility, ensuring that the government lives within its means, just like any household should. Hence, economic conservatism could help maintain a more sustainable fiscal policy. The fifth benefit of economic conservatism is the incentivization of hard work and innovation. You see, when individuals and businesses are allowed to keep more of what they earn, it creates a powerful motivator. It's like a spark that can ignite the flames of hard work, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Imagine this, you're a business owner and you know that the fruits of your labor, your earnings, will largely remain in your hands instead of being siphoned off as taxes. Wouldn't you be more inclined to push the boundaries, to strive for more, to innovate? The same goes for individuals. The prospect of keeping more of their hard-earned money can spur them to work harder, to aspire for more. It can inspire them to create, to innovate, and to contribute to the growth of the economy. So economic conservatism could foster a more entrepreneurial and innovative society. Now that we've discussed the key advantages of economic conservatism, let's take a moment to summarize. At its core, economic conservatism champions the belief in the power and efficiency of the free market, arguing that it's the most effective way to allocate resources and drive economic growth. By limiting government spending and taxation, it aims to further stimulate this growth, fostering an environment ripe for private sector investment and innovation. The philosophy of economic conservatism also places a high value on individual freedom and responsibility. It posits that individuals should have the liberty to make their own economic decisions and bear the consequences of those choices. This freedom, it argues, promotes resilience, self-reliance, and the pursuit of personal economic growth. With the free market at the helm, economic conservatism believes in the efficiency of resource allocation. The interplay of supply and demand, it argues, serves as the optimal compass for determining what goods and services should be produced, how, and for whom. This market-driven approach, it suggests, leads to a more balanced and efficient economy. The principle of reduced government spending underpins much of economic conservatism, with the belief that lower public expenditure can lead to reduced government debt. This, in turn, is seen as healthier for the economy in the long term, promoting fiscal responsibility and stability. Economic conservatism also champions the incentivization of hard work and innovation. By allowing individuals and businesses to retain more of their earnings, it aims to encourage entrepreneurship, diligence, and creative thinking. This, it suggests, can lead to a more dynamic and productive economy. Now, let's briefly touch on the remaining advantages of economic conservatism. With its focus on limited government intervention, it seeks to avoid the potential pitfalls of overregulation, such as stifled business growth and a reduction in consumer choices. The free market, with its inherent adaptability, is seen as being able to respond quickly to changes in consumer preferences and technology, leading to more rapid adjustments than in an economy with significant government control. Furthermore, economic conservatives argue that a more conducive environment for businesses, fostered by lower taxes and fewer regulations, leads to job creation. It also promotes self-reliance by reducing public spending on social programs, aiming to prevent dependency on government assistance. Finally, a free market economy with minimal government intervention is seen as more flexible and better equipped to compete in the global market, enhancing a nation's global competitiveness. As we conclude, it's clear that economic conservatism, with its emphasis on free market principles and individual autonomy, offers several potential benefits. However, it's also important to consider its potential drawbacks and to understand that it's one of many economic philosophies out there. Each approach has its strengths and weaknesses, and the choice of economic policy should be guided by careful consideration of a nation's unique circumstances and goals. Understanding these different economic philosophies can help us make more informed decisions about the policies we support and the leaders we choose. It can help us better grasp the complexities of the economy and the trade-offs involved in different economic strategies. And it can help us contribute more effectively to the ongoing dialogue about how to create a more prosperous and equitable society. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of economic conservatism. We hope it's given you some food for thought and sparked your curiosity to learn more about the fascinating world of economics. Remember, the economy is not just about numbers and charts. It's about the choices we make, the values we hold, and the kind of world we want to create for ourselves and future generations. So keep asking questions, keep learning, and keep engaging with the world around you.